Slide 1, Title Page. Good morning everyone. Welcome to today's training session on driver basic knowledge, which focuses on DMU markings, signals, and line markings. This training is organized by the Rail Operation Department, and it is designed to give you a clear understanding of the fundamental knowledge you need for safe and effective train operation. Slide 2, Catalog. In this session, we will cover 4 main chapters. First, we will look at DMU formation, which explains how trains are grouped and connected. Second, we will discuss DMU identification and numbering, so you can clearly understand how each train and car is identified. Third, we will study DMU operating signals, including color light signals and hand signals. And finally, we will go through rail line markings, such as whistle marks, speed limit signs, and platform stop signs. Together, these chapters form the foundation of your driver knowledge. Slide 3, Chapter 1, Vehicle Marshalling. Let's begin with Chapter 1, which is about vehicle marshalling, or in other words, how trains are formed. Urban rail vehicles are divided into 2 main categories: motor cars, which have traction power, and trailers, which do not. Among trailers, some have driver's cabs, called TC cars, while others do not. This classification is very important for understanding how trains are put together. Slide 4, Train couplers. Next, let's talk about train couplers. A coupler is a mechanical device that connects train cars or DMU units together. Its main function is to transmit traction and buffering forces, making sure the cars remain safely connected during operation. Without couplers, the train cannot operate as a single unit, so they play a key role in both safety and stability. Slide 5, Types of train couplers. There are 2 common types of couplers used in our trains. The semi-automatic coupler connects and disconnects the mechanical parts automatically, but the electrical connections still need to be handled manually. We represent it with a plus sign plus. The second type is the semi-permanent drawbar, where both the mechanical and electrical parts must be connected and disconnected manually. This is represented with a minus sign dash. For our DMUs in Abuja, we use a 4-car formation with 2 motor cars and 2 trailers. Semi-automatic couplers are used at both ends, while semi-permanent drawbars connect the cars inside the formation. This gives us a structure like plus TC, M1, M2, TC plus. Slide 6, Chapter 2, DMU identification and numbering. Now let's move on to Chapter 2, DMU identification and numbering. Every train has a unique system of numbers and markings. These help us recognize not only the train set itself, but also the service it is operating on, its direction, and even the specific car inside the set. Understanding these numbers is essential for both drivers and maintenance staff, because they ensure that we are talking about the same vehicle in daily operations. Slide 7, Identification elements. The identification system is made up of 4 main elements. First, the service number, which tells us the line and the route being operated. Second, the serial number, which shows the sequence and the direction of the train. Third, the group number, which identifies the whole train set. And finally, the DMU number, which identifies each single car in the train. Together, these numbers make sure there is no confusion when trains are scheduled, dispatched, or maintained. Slide 8, Service number and serial number. Let's look at the service number first. It is a 3-digit number. The first digit shows the railway line, and the last 2 digits show the route number. For example, 101 means the train is running on line 1A with route 01. Next is the serial number. This is a 2-digit code that shows both the order and the direction of the train. Even numbers mean the train is going up in the line direction, while odd numbers mean the train is going down. Slide 9. Group number and DMU number. The group number is a 2-digit code placed under the front window glass of the first and last car. It shows which train set it is. The DMU number is made up of 3 digits. The first 2 digits match the group number, and the third digit shows the specific car inside the set. This number is marked on the side wall of the car, below the middle window. With these markings, you can quickly identify not only the train, but also the exact car you are looking at. Slide 10, Train end and trainside definition. Another important point is the definition of train ends and train sides. When we say train end, we mean the front or rear face of the vehicle. When we say train side, we mean the left or right side of the vehicle when facing forward. Clear understanding of this terminology is necessary when describing the location of components or giving instructions for inspection. Slide 11, Vehicle parts for identification. Lastly in this chapter, keep in mind that identification also extends to key vehicle parts, bogies, axles, doors, door panels, and air conditioning units. Each of these parts is numbered or positioned in a way that makes it easy to identify and report during operations or maintenance. This ensures that communication is precise and efficient. Slide 12, Chapter 3, DMU Operating Signals. Now let's begin Chapter 3, DMU Operating Signals. Signals are one of the most important safety systems in railway operations. They guide train movement, prevent collisions, and ensure smooth traffic flow. We will start with color light signals, then look at depot signals, hand signals, and finally sound signals. Slide 13, Color light signals. All mainline signals in our system are color light signals, using 3 colors, red, yellow, and green. These lights can be displayed on either high post signals or low post signals. High post signals are normally used between stations, while low post signals are often used for departures, storage tracks, or within depots. Slide 14, Depot signal machines. In depots, we also use color light signals, but they serve different purposes. They are divided into 3 categories: signals for entering the depot, signals for exiting the depot, and shunting signals. For example, the entering depot signal is a high post signal with 3 positions, although the green light is not used. On the other hand, the exiting depot signals are usually low post, and they are often combined with shunting signals. Slide 15, Shunting signals. Shunting signals are very important inside stations, yards, and depots. They are used to control the movement of locomotives or train cars during switching operations. Unlike mainline signals, they do not control arrivals or departures. Instead, they make sure that movements inside restricted areas are safe and properly coordinated. Slide 16, Two-aspect signaling system. In some cases, a simpler two-aspect signaling system is used. This system has only 2 colors, which makes it easier to maintain and more cost-effective. It is particularly suitable for low-density railway lines or for shunting operations. Even though it looks simple, it is still very reliable for its intended use. Slide 17, Hand signals, Introduction. Besides light signals, railway staff also use hand signals. Hand signals are essential when the signal equipment is not available or is malfunctioning. They can be made with flags during the day, with lights at night, or simply with hand gestures. Even though they look basic, they play a vital role in safe communication. Slide 18 to 23, Train running hand signals. Here are the main hand signals used during train running. A red flag or red light means stop immediately. If there is no red flag during the day, the person raises both arms above the head and waves them quickly to both sides. A yellow flag or light means slow down to the required speed. When a switch is set correctly, a yellow flag is raised above the head and waved side to side, or at night a white light is raised. These signals allow staff to communicate with drivers quickly and effectively, even without electronic equipment. Slide 24 to 30, Shunting hand signals. Now let's look at hand signals used for shunting. These include stop, move forward, move backward, move slightly forward, move slightly backward, and approach or coupling signals. For example, to signal stop, a red flag is waved during the day, or a red light at night. To signal slow movement, the green flag or green light is waved slowly in a certain direction. For coupling, both arms are raised above the head with flagpoles meeting in the middle, or at night alternating red and green lights are shown. All these signals are standardized so drivers and ground staff always understand each other. Slide 31, Sound signals. Besides lights and flags, trains also use sound signals. A long sound lasts about 3 seconds, while a short sound lasts 1 second, with a 1-second pause in between. When sounds are repeated, the interval must be at least 5 seconds. These audible signals are simple but effective for alerting people and coordinating operations. Slide 32, Chapter 4, Rail line markings. Finally, let's move on to Chapter 4, Rail line markings. These are signs placed along the track that guide drivers during operation. They are especially important for safe driving at crossings, bridges, tunnels, and station platforms. Slide 33, Whistle mark. The first type of line marking is the whistle mark. This sign is placed 500 to 1,000 meters before a crossing, tunnel, bridge, or a curve with poor visibility. When drivers see this sign, they must whistle, slow down, and increase their lookout. This helps warn pedestrians, vehicles, or workers near the track. Slide 34. Slow down signs. The next type is the slow down sign. These signs are placed at level crossings or other areas where speed must be limited. The start of the speed limit section is marked 20 meters before the actual restriction begins. The end of the speed limit is marked 20 meters after the restriction ends. This ensures trains slow down in time and resume normal speed safely. Slide 35, Speed limit and parking signs. We also have speed limit signs and their cancellation signs, as well as parking signs. At stations, platform stop signs are placed on the ground at the front of the platform wall. They are rectangular, with red and yellow frames, and positioned perpendicular to the platform edge. These markings help drivers stop the train precisely in the right place for passengers. Slide 36, Closing slide, thank you. This brings us to the end of today's training session. We have covered DMU formation, identification and numbering, operating signals, and rail line markings. Together, these topics form the foundation of safe and efficient train driving. Thank you all for your attention, and I encourage you to review these concepts regularly in your daily work.